Lesson 21. In this lesson, we're learning the first letter of the Greek alphabet, and that's the letter alpha. In fact, the word alphabet contains the name of this letter.
Exactly. And a letter that our listeners have already learned, beta.
Right, the word alphabet is just alpha and beta mushed together. So you may notice that the letter alpha in both upper and lowercase forms looks a lot like our letter A. And that is because our letter A comes from this Greek letter. It's just this letter was borrowed directly into the Roman alphabet.
And so it's a lot easier to write and recognize.
Exactly. This is a very easy letter, but there's one important thing we have to say, and that is the sound of it is always going to be like the A in father. It's going to be ah, like that kind of A sound, not like the A in state or cat or gorilla. We can pronounce the letter A many different ways in English. But in Greek, it's going to actually be easier because it's always going to be the same. And Catherine, this can be a challenge because we don't really have that many words with that kind of sound in English.
Yeah, it's a very limited amount because we have so many other words that have the other sounds of A.
The only two words I could find in English that have an A with that sound are father and taco. And a couple of other words have that sound, but not with the letter A, like the word dot and hot. They also have that same sound, but they're spelled out with an O.
Right.
So again, the alpha sounds like the A in father. That ah value for the letter A, sometimes I've heard it referred to as broad A. I heard it referred to once as a European A because a lot of European languages have that value for the letter A.
Mm-hmm.
But the easiest way to remember it is that it's like the A in father. If you can just remember that one thing, you'll be all set. And we have a few reading exercises for you here to help you get used to that. In number 1, we have taco, one of my favorite foods. Number 2, dot. Again, that's the A in father, ah, dot. Even though in English it's spelled with an O. Number 3, hot. Number 4, lot. Number 5, pot. And then we have some repeated words from previous lessons. All this talk about tacos is making me hungry, so maybe we shouldn't taco about it anymore.